Recently, we joined McLaren Honda's current drivers, as well as Mika Hakkinen and David Coulthard, who won more than 30 races for the team in the late 1990s, as they went racing in go-karts. The hustle and bustle of the kart track is where it all began for these F1 aces, and where they learnt the skills they'd need in the Premier category.
Karting is the only category motorsport that you can start at an early age. I started when I was 3 years old, but probably that's a little bit too extreme. I think a good age to start could be between 7 and 12. You know, it's a normal age to start go-karting.
Karting is where it all starts. It's the roots of motorsport, and I think every Formula One driver has been through it. For me, it's been 7 years ago since I was driving go-karts, and you know, it was a great school for me. I learned to compete with the others, I learned to drive fast ultimately, and you know, that talent build-up is a very important part of your career.
There's no question that karting is the foundation of what you carry through your entire career. Your racecraft is created in karting. You do much more wheel-to-wheel racing here than you ever do in car racing. In karting, you have different heats. You start at the back, you start in the middle, you start at the front, and you develop those skills. And you know, just basically the understanding of fair play and how to, you know, work in the sporting arena.
There's little in the way of politics in karting, and the costs are nothing compared to the higher categories. It's a level playing field, and it's where the McLaren drivers began their education on the track and in the garage.
There's a reason why we went karting. It wasn't just for fun, before motor racing, before single-seaters. And all your racecraft and understanding a vehicle starts at a very young age. So yes, you know, a lot of your learning is there. Setting up a kart, working with your engineer, or mechanic as we had then. So yeah, a lot is learned.
Modern Formula One racing, you've got so much management you have to do as a driver, whether it be tyres, brakes, engine modes, fuel. In karting, you fill the tank up, you do the race, you go for it, and there's no tyre saving. It's flat out from start to finish.
Karting is the pure racing, is you know, the very old school racing. We're this is the things we do when we grow up. We push like hell, you know, we get the maximum out of it, and it's really pure racing against each other. And yeah, it's great to do that.
Although karts lack the power of pro racing formulas, there's no lack of competition. And without the driver aid seen in higher classes, it allows young racers to feel every bump and every turn at the start of their journey up the racing ladder.
What's interesting for me jumping back in a car today is just how sensitive it is. I've forgotten over the passage of time that they are so small and twitchy, which of course if I was fit enough to spend a whole day testing, then I'm sure I would eventually that would become my reality again. But you know, I was always impressed in karting at how close it can be and how high the standards are, and of course a few managed to progress from karting into being professionals in cars.
Definitely karting is the best school, and yeah, if you have you know, good fun, if you have the talent and you progress in some other categories, you can make it into Formula One, but definitely go-karts is a must, you know, for any driver.